along with the Seattle King County NAACP and other organizations, are hosting a voter registration drive on Tuesday, September 20th, 2022, and 3:30 to 7 p.m. at the Rainier Beach Plaza on Rainier and Henderson, just outside the Rainier Beach Community Center. And of course, Rainier Avenue Radio will be there to broadcast live. The National Coalition of Black Trade Unionists and the Seattle King County NAACP wants to make sure everyone has the opportunity to vote. Join us Tuesday, September 20th from 3:30 to 7 p.m. from the Rainier Beach Plaza. Get registered to vote and get information so you can become more informed about your ballot and your vote.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Ghost Show. The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier... Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
This message is brought to you by Public Health, Seattle and King County, the Washington Department of Health, Washington Chapter AAP, and Within Reach. No matter where your classroom is, whether in person or online, routine vaccinations protect your child from serious diseases like measles, mumps, and chickenpox, and they keep your child safe, healthy, and thriving. Need help finding a provider? Visit parenthelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and on Twitter at Rainier Ave Radio.
Welcome to Real Estate and Money, a half-hour program on Rainier Avenue Radio.world designed to help you whether you're a buyer, seller, investor, or renter in real estate. Your hosts are two local professionals who will escort you on your journey. Violeta Strash, who has years of media advertising and marketing experience and brings this extensive knowledge to John L. Scott Real Estate and all our clients. And Tina Lombard, who is a mortgage loan originator with Guaranteed Rate Affinity, with over 28 years of experience. And now here's Violeta and Tina.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How do you like my background and my beautiful piano?
I know. It looks great. It looks familiar.
I know.
Very nice. So
Great.
How are you?
Oh, it's going really good. You know, it's a couple of the first weeks of fall, so the leaves are slowly turning orange, and we're breaking out with our boots and our gear, our football gear, and everything else. So it's going good. How about yourself?
Yeah, Huskies. Phenomenal. They've been successful. Their 3 first games, just big wins and looking good. I don't know about the Seahawks, but we beat Russell the first Monday Night Football.
Yes,
yes. But didn't look so hot this last weekend.
Yes. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about all the little new devices and all the little things that go twirly twirl or whatever in our house now. We got media rooms, high tech, solar. We're going to be talking about all the different fun stuff that we can have around the house. But before we do that, we're going to start with our updates for the market.
Here we go. All right. Sorry. In King County, we are looking at 619 homes active out there. 410 sold in the past week. $1,089,000 was the average sold price. And the difference between this year and last year was $1,143,000. So, a little bit more last year, 95% this year compared to last year. And then days on the market, we're looking at 15 days last year, this year 12. So the change is 3 days. Percent of the listing price last year was 105.5% of the listing price. This year it's 106.2% of the listing price. Showings per listing last year, we're looking at 18. This year, 16. So what are we talking about? August to August. Okay, 16 showings per listing. So that's just a difference of 2 showings, 2 groups coming through your home if you're the seller. And then showings to pending. How many showings is it going to take to get your house into the pending status? Meaning it was accepted, mutual acceptance, and then waiting for inspections and all that to go through, typically 21 days to a month. Maybe more these days. I'm not sure. Tina can tell you that. And then, so we're looking at 28 showings to get to pending last year. This year, 23 showings to pending. And that was King County. Now we're looking at Pierce County. Pierce County, 258 homes went into the active status last week. And then 249 homes sold, an average price of $582,000. And the difference was about, I don't know, just a matter of a few $1,000, $20,000. It was $604,000 last year versus the $582 that I was talking about for this year. And then days on the market in Pierce County, 21 days last year, 14 days this year. Percent of the list price, 104.1%, 102.8% this year. Showings per listing, 13 groups versus 9 groups this year. And then showings to pending, 14 days across the board, year to year. And then in Snohomish County, we're looking at 222 homes went into the active status, 204 homes sold, an average price of $730,000 average price sold. Last year, it was a little bit higher, $823,000. So it was a difference, it was an 89% difference from last year to this year. And then days on the market, 12 days last year, same number of days this year. And then percent of the list price, 105.4% of list price, 104.9 right now. So, it's still pretty good. You're still getting above the average price in all 3 markets or counties. Showings per listing, 18 showings per listing last year, 13 homes this year, 13 showings. And then showings to pending, 24 showings to get to pending last year, 19, a little less this year, showings to pending. So there you have it for our inventory counts in all 3 counties.
Great. Wow. Everything is still going strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're seeing, like I said, year to year, the percentage of the list price is still above 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Average.
Absolutely.
So it's still strong.
So let's talk to you a little bit about mortgages and how that affects our world as far as refinancing or buying. As you can see here, the interest rates right now on the average 30-year fix, it's about 6.29%, and that's the national average. A 15-year is like 5.375. I don't know if you can blow that up just a little bit more for our viewers, Daniel. As you can see, the rates actually have been taking just a little bit of a hike. They're not exactly, what is it called here? They're not exactly the best rates we've seen in 3 years. However, they're the best rates we've seen in the last couple of months still. As you can see, the interest rates from September 1st, they were at 5.843. Now they're at 6.29. So they have been steadily and most assuredly going up. If you are trying to opt for an ARM, and there's a lot of people who think that maybe an ARM could be a good alternative for now, as of September 20th, the average 5-year ARM is at 5.370. So in other words, if you do choose to go with an adjustable rate mortgage, and the interest rates will start at 5.370 as the national average, after 5 years, they will move around. They'll adjust after 5 years. But right now, it's becoming more prevalent that the adjustable ARMs are starting to enter the market again. Like I said, they're at 5.370, and the average 30-year fix is at 6.29. Let me go ahead and let's get out of that really quick, Daniel. Actually, if you can move down and show the chart there should be a chart there that's showing. Maybe not on this form. Okay, never mind that. So what we're seeing is that the interest rates have came down just slightly in the last couple of weeks. And if you are a mortgage historian, you'll see that rates, when they're going up, they don't just go straight up like a mountain. They go up and they drop a little bit, and they go up and they drop a little bit. So what we saw last week is rates had gone up so much, and they went down just artificially for a couple of days. And we gathered a lot of momentum. A lot of people entered the market again. And once the industry thought, well, great, we still have a healthy market out there, they all of a sudden jacked the rates up again. So the trend actually is going upwards. So you want to base your decision on what the interest rate is today. Base your decision on what the interest rate will be as a trend in the next month, 3 months, 6 months, or year. So I had some people last week, I was quoting them 5.5. I was quoting them 5.6, 10-year ARM. And they're like, I don't know. Okay, now that same rate is a 6.3. And they him and haw for 3 days, and they were shopping all over the world. So my suggestion to people out there, you do not have time to shop for a loan. By the time I hang up the phone and I tell you the rate is at 6.2, by the time I hang up the phone and you dial another number, that rate is going to be 6.375 on national average. So a lot of people think that, ABC Bank is at 5%. Maybe I can go to XYZ Bank and I can get 4.9, and I can go to ABC Bank over here and get maybe 4.8. It doesn't work that way. We're not talking retail. We're not talking shoes. We're not talking cars. We're not talking any of that sort of thing. We've got Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. We've got non-conforming, non-QM, FHA, VA. Basically, most of the rates are the same. The differentiation between the different lenders are going to be who's going to get you an actual approval, who can actually structure the loan, and who has got the operations in the background to be able to execute that loan and close it in the amount specified. So you can put V back on really quick, Daniel, so we can kind of talk. But V, do you have some clients right now that are hemming and hawing over the interest rates, and they're just arguing about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's driving me crazy.
It's absolutely bizarre because when you get some people, let's say right now the average price in Seattle is like 1.3 million or what have you, and they're hemming and hawing. I don't know if I should do 5. I don't know if I should do 1.25. I can go here. My cousin's uncle, my sister's brother, my dentist, receptionist, they all can get me a different rate, and they can all beat your rate. Well, great. If you go with them, if your interest rate is very important to you, and that's the end all, get the lowest interest rate. Okay. But I know, V, when I go out to eat, maybe I don't go to McDonald's. Okay. Maybe I go to Quality Italian, maybe I go to Anthony's, or maybe I go to the Chart House here in Colorado, or maybe I just go to, I don't know, Chipotle or something. Okay. It really depends on what you want. If you just want the cheapest rate, what have you, you can go for that. But you want to ask, what is your rate? How long will it take for me to process a loan? Can you get me an approval? I need $580,000. Can you get me that? Okay. Some companies will say, well, I can get you a lower rate, but I can only get you $300,000. Okay, so you really need to shop around. The rate is not the end all. If a company says I can do this loan, but for a jumbo, it's going to take me 45 days, and your contract is for 30 days, and this company says we're a little bit higher, but we can close this bad boy in 2 weeks. So you need to take all things into consideration. So ladies and gentlemen, as far as the rates are concerned, don't worry so much about the rates. The rates are what they are. You make sure you can get that house. You make sure that you can get under contract and close it on time. And if the rates go down, you can always renegotiate. You can always refinance. But get yourself a good lender that's going to get you the right loan at the right time at the right place. And as far as cost is concerned, good lenders are going to be at market. So don't even look at these rate sheets because they're going to depress you or they're going to excite you. But,
and you know what? Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
But if you find the house that you want, it's just how much is it going to cost? V, I went and saw a gentleman 2 weeks ago. We were at this fashion show and he had all these crazy furs. And one was 30,000, one was 10,000, one was 15,000 for these little, little 2-piece, whatever. you think people are going, well, I don't know about the cost. I'm just going to wait for it to go down to $1,000. Then I'm going to buy the fur. People aren't going to do that. Okay. When it comes to your house, you like the house, you buy the house. Don't say, well, I'm just waiting for the interest rates to go down. That's absolutely insane. Okay. Because by the time you look up, the rate's going to be higher and that house is going to be $20,000 to $50,000, $50,000 more in the next couple of months. So if you like something, the rates are great, but just go ahead and get that house anyhow.
And I want to say, stop talking to people, listening to people who are not experts in this, whether it's friends, your next door neighbor, family members. Are they real estate agents? Are they mortgage brokers? No. So listen to the people that know. We'll help you through the process. Really, we will.
Right. Okay. And so, so if you have any questions, give us a call. There's so much information out there, and definitely you want to go to people who are licensed in this field and actually do this every single day. But give us a call, give Violeta a call, or give me a call. We would love to help you. Our advice is always for free. If you choose to do business with us, that would be our blessing. But you don't have to, you don't have to pay anything just to reach out and ask us for some help.
That's right. Okay, we're halfway, more than halfway. Let's go, Daniel.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violeta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Great.
Okay. Well, I think I'd like to talk about the solar panel buildings that, like, you see this farm area in Washington. The whole roof is full of solar panels. Let's cover this topic today and then talk about some other fun stuff down the road when we can get an expert, or two or three on the interior, the man cave. So we're prepping you guys. Next week, we'll probably talk about the man cave in detail. And if you want to join us, feel free to call in or let us know and we'll patch you in. Mm-hmm. It'll be a fun show. But today, I think we'd like to talk about solar panel homes. And I don't think we have an expert on today.
No.
But Daniel, would you run the little PowerPoint with the different pictures? Here are homes for sale right now in Seattle. This one is in Seattle. Solar panel on top, next home. Daniel, here's another view of something, in the south end. A lot of solar panels up above. And then even on the east side, there's a Kirkland home coming up next slide. Look at the solar panels on this beautiful home.
It's gorgeous.
And then the last slide, just to show you how, everybody's interested in the solar panels right now. Of the 13 homes here, half of them have solar panels. So not only will they save you costs in your energy bill, but they will increase the value of your home. Right, Tina? Have you
absolutely
gotten through any of these? Thank you, Daniel.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I installed solar panels in my house about a year and a half ago.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
It's one of the best things I've done. The reason why I did that is because I knew that the cost of electricity is skyrocketing. And I remember in Seattle, my utility bill and my gas bill was insane. I think I was paying like $300 and something a month for heat and another $200 or $300 for electricity. And I don't know what we were watching and what we were doing. But I knew when I came here, I had bought a great big giant television, and I bought a hot tub. And the hot tub was going to be at 104 degrees all year round. So I knew that was going to drain a lot of my electricity. However, I did put up a solar panel because we live in Colorado. This is the sunniest state of the union. And I pay $120-something a month, period. And on times where I have more electricity that I generate than I use, I actually sell it back to the electric company.
Oh.
So it's a win-win situation. It took me about 6 or 7 months just to get all the permits and everything. So you have to go through the county. They have to approve your plans for your house. You have to have somebody come out and inspect your property. find out how much electricity you use and how much you need. But I'm telling you, it is a godsend. Now, do you have information on the different options for solar panel, V?
No, not really. I just had a lot of questions in my mind about the whole thing. But let me ask you this, Tina. Well, there is an upfront cost, right, to install. And I'm seeing figures in for instance, I took a look at my home and it says my upfront cost would be $21,000. But you're saying you...
Woohoo! Okay. Okay, that's if you buy it. Oh yeah, girl, you need to shop around. I'll send you some people. I will send you some people. Well, first of all, there's solar panels. I mean, there's a lot of these ads that are saying if you get solar panels and you buy them, the government will pay for it and you'll get all these tax incentives. That's if you own it, so on and so forth. So you can own it or you can lease it. You can buy it with your house. It's already attached, you know. So I chose to lease because I'm not spending $21,000 up front or something like that.
Yeah.
So with me, it was just a couple $100. I want to say it was like a processing fee. It wasn't, because I'm actually leasing mine.
Okay.
I'm leasing mine and I'm paying $120. So when I go, either the next owner will take over the lease.
Yeah.
Or they'll try to purchase it. So for me, it didn't make any sense because I don't plan on being here 10, 15, 20 years. So for me, I'm leasing it and it's still like 120 something. So I would suggest, if you don't want to buy it, is to go ahead and, lease it. You probably don't get all the tax benefits because you're leasing, but who cares? I mean, I don't care. I save hundreds of dollars per month for me. So if I stayed in this house, and everybody's different, if I stayed in this house for 5 or 10 years and I calculated, it would be worth the $21,000 up front if I were to stay here that long. I'm not planning to stay here that long. But V, I mean, even in Seattle, there are a lot of companies. Now there's the standard, like I go through Sunrun, and Tesla also has a solar system. And my girlfriend is one of the only distributors in Colorado that does Tesla, but Tesla does have a solar panel that you can put on your house. So there are different forms of solar panel. They're quite decorative, and they are a godsend. I mean, you think about in the summer, I got a lot of, what is it called? I get a lot of sunshine, a lot of electricity, but I also have a lot of air conditioning. I have a lot of stuff. I had a lot of fans on, air conditioning, and different things we do in the house in the summertime that use a lot of electricity. So this solar panel is just all year round. You don't need direct sunlight, but it'll pick up on whatever sunlight you have.
And I had asked, or I Googled, is Washington State a good place to be using the solar panels? Because, we get rain all the time.
Well, absolutely it is. You still have sun. You still have sun. Oh my God, absolutely it still is, absolutely. And don't, that's a big myth. And I'm glad you brought that up.
Right.
Still look outside. It's sunny outside. You still have sun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it says Washington ranks 37th in the country for solar installations. So that's a good thing. And then I took a look at King County data. Out-of-pocket costs for 2022 for a 5 kilowatt system was $11,432 to $15,467. So that's your out-of-pocket costs, and then 20-year net savings of $10,314 to $13,955. So you pretty much covered it all, your out-of-pocket costs.
Yeah.
And the payback period, I don't know what that means, the payback period.
Well, I don't either. Couldn't advise on that, but I do know I leased, and I think I spent $290 up front. Yeah, I leased. I don't need to own it. I mean, I could own my car and my house, but solar panels, I don't need to own. For me, I know in 10 or 20 years, there's going to be something better.
That's right.
I don't know, but so I would say if you're scared that solar panels are not usable in Washington State, that's a myth. And if you think that you have to pay thousands of dollars up front, that's also a myth. That's if you buy it. You don't need to buy it, just lease it. Just like my alarm system. I didn't buy a whole $5,000. I just pay like $60 a month. I just lease that. I'm not going to be, because by the time you do pay it off, there's going to be something else better down the pipe. So just lease it. And also, Washington State is a huge state. I mean, most of Eastern Washington, they've got more sunshine than you can shake a stick at. So if you're anywhere east of the mountains, Spokane, Tri-Cities, Yakima, oh my God. Yes.
You'll see buildings like the one behind me.
Yes.
They're all over the place.
And then the northern conversion zone up there by Linwood and stuff. I mean, the weather is different everywhere. I mean, if you live by Anacortes, that may be one thing. You live on the Banana Belt. The Banana Belt up there on the islands, that's one of the sunniest spots in the United States too, is that Banana Belt up there. So, Seattle is one thing, but if you live in Puyallup, you live in Chehalis, if you live in, different parts of Washington State, the Gorge, all that. So it's all different. So I would say one of the myths is that it's very expensive and that you don't have enough sun. And that's not the truth.
Yep. It says that Washington State has 70% of the sun that LA receives. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's still sunshine. It's still sunshine. I mean, the thing is, if you, you do, when you do your house, they don't just say, hey, buy the house. We promise you it'll be the best thing ever. They actually do a full analysis of your house and your electrical bill. They looked at the last 2 years of my electrical bill before they even made a decision. And they showed me the data. So it's not hearsay. They actually show you the data. This is what you're spending per month, and this is what we would cost. So I just say, get an analysis of it. And that's just one of the things we're talking about as far as being a smart home. I have, to have electricity, to have security on your phone, to control your thermostat from your phone. Yeah. I also control my sprinkler system. I have it on automation. I have that on my phone. So to make your house a smart home, to see what's inside the house, outside the house, to do the water, to do the electricity, do the heat. That's just one of the many factors that we have blessed living in the year 2022. And having solar panels is something we didn't have 10 years ago or when we were growing up. Our parents were just, they were like, no television were on after a certain area. You had to turn all your light bulbs off. You had to get 40 watt light bulbs and just crazy stuff to save electricity. Mm-hmm. But now, we do have the opportunity to have smart homes, and solar panels is one of them.
Everything on your phone, like Tina was saying. I have my washer and dryer I can control with my phone.
There you go. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Crazy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, even my fan in my bedroom, or the fireplace I have, and it's funny because I got secret cameras everywhere, and when I'm gone, I watch where my daughter's going, what she's doing, who's parking outside. People come to my door. I'll be in a different state, and I'll answer the door. Talk to them, open the door if I want, close the door. All this fun stuff, and the solar panels. I can go on vacation, and I can be like in New Orleans or something like that, and I can set the temperature and see what the temperature is at, and all this sort of thing. And then my solar panels give me data and entries too. So, I mean, it's all good. Mm-hmm.
How long does the solar panel last? Do you know?
I don't know, but if the leases are 20 or 30 years, they last as long. They're pretty sturdy.
Like a roof, right?
Yeah. They don't damage your roof either. A lot of people think they drill into the roof, but they don't. I mean, they can actually take them off. I mean, if I say I don't want those here anymore, they'll come over and take them off. So, yeah, if they can take them off like that, for me, I'm thinking I don't need to pay for them because somebody else can take them off or whatever. But the next person that comes along, they can buy them if they want. But it's just like, buying one of these phones for like $1,200. Next month they're going to come out with another phone that's 10 times better. And you're like, okay, just let me lease the doggone thing. Let me just lease it. Yeah. Lease it because, who wants to own a flip phone 5 years later? I mean, so
every year there's a new phone. Drives me crazy.
And the same thing with solar panels. I'm not a scientist, but in my heart, I'm thinking in 5 or 10 years. I mean, Tesla just came out last year and just kind of blowing the other solar panel systems away. So why would I want to buy $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a solar panel when in 5 years from now, something could be better?
One last thing on solar panels. According to Zillow, homes with solar sold for nearly 3% more than comparable homes without.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Mm-hmm. And time's up for us today. And our solar panel powered homes conversation. Next week, we will be talking about the man cave.
Yes.
That'll be so exciting.
Yes. So
okay.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
You've been listening to Real Estate and Money with your hosts, Violeta Strash and Tina Lombard. For more information, call 206-717-4490. That's 206-717-4490. Go to the Rainier Avenue Radio.World website to find the Real Estate and Money schedule, or tune in to our live show every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3. We will help you find your dream home.